BNYX is constantly switching up his genres and styles, and I feel like BNYX plays a massive role in today's new sound, and he uses a bunch of different techniques and sounds that helps him get this sound. I went over a couple of these in an old BNYX video that you guys showed an insane amount of love to, and BNYX has also dropped a couple of new projects and tracks recently, so today I'm just going to be going over a couple of new techniques and tips that I've picked up on his latest releases. Before we get into it, be sure to leave a like and a comment if you guys are enjoying these types of videos, and be sure to check out our membership system in the description. And this is basically a monthly subscription that you guys can pay for, and then you guys get access to our YouTube members Discord, and in this room will be all our project files for all our tutorials on our YouTube channel. Everyone in the label is constantly filling up this room with exclusive loops as well for you guys, and I think we changed it to like $5 a month now, so it's super cheap, it's super accessible. So if you guys want this FLP and a bunch of free loops every month, be sure to check out the first link in the description. And without further ado, let's get into it. So starting off in my first BNYX video, I explained this technique that he uses where he essentially takes the first chord of his progression and he uses one sound for it, and when he moves on to the second chord of his progression, he changes the sound. And with this theory, I just bounced between sounds and kind of made it chord by chord, which is definitely a good way to do it because you'll find yourself making the weirdest chords and the weirdest sounds just because it's not a usual way of making beats. And with this beat, I basically took a full chord progression instead, and then after that I broke it up and I changed the sounds. So I started off with this free synthesizer called Surge XT, and this is one of the leads and it's called LS Lead Guitar 1. So now that I had my full chord progression, I really liked the sound regardless, but I kept the full chord progression with the sound just for the intro. So moving on to the rest of the beat, I basically copied over these two first chords and I pasted it on a new sound, and this basically only hits on the 1 and the 3, and the sound is under the polysynths and it's called Hombre. And then for the second half of the chord progression, as you can see, I just used the same second chord and sound as the intro. After that, I moved on to Electra X and I added on a top line melody, and this was an ARP from an intro kit called VVS. And then moving on to the next sound, I had a Surge XT preset again, and it was the second flute under the winds category. And as you can see, there is a lot of similarities in this chord progression compared to the first one. I basically just followed the root notes and made new chords and kind of just added on some top line and a bass line at the bottom. And the last thing that I added was this respace that only comes in on the intro. And that is about it for the melodic side of the beat. Moving on to the drums, I started off with these hats. And then I followed that up with a Go Yard clap. And now moving on to the 808s, and I used 3 different 808s for this. The first 808 is this Top Dog one, and the second one I used is this Impact 808. And then moving on to the verse, I added on a different 808 as well, and this is a log drum. I heard BNYX use this sound in a bunch of new Afro beats that he made. Recently, he dropped with Coach Ice, and they had a song on there that was just a bouncy rage beat. And in this new song, he used this log drum as an off 808 for rolls. And I just thought it sounded really bouncy, so I had to try it out. And an easy way to do these fills is I'll just go back to my original 808 pattern. I just cut out these in between notes, and then I just pasted it into the new sound. And then lastly, I just added on a simple kick pattern. that is about it for the beat. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys learned something new. Once again, be sure to leave a like and a comment if you guys enjoyed, and be sure to check out our membership system if you guys want to get this FLP as well as all our other FLPs and a bunch of exclusive loops each month for $5. Once again, thank you guys for the constant love and support. I can't thank you guys enough, and I'll check you guys in the next one.